My name is Riley Christensen, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do the broomstick stitch in crocheting. So let's begin with the basics. First, you're going to need yarn. I personally enjoy using this yarn for this specific stitch because it has a more intricate pattern to it, so it's fun to look at it. When you are using this fuzzy yarn, you really cannot see the stitch. So if you would like people to see your stitching, I would suggest using this kind of yarn because the product is something that you can see. You are also going to need crocheting needles. Personally, this needle is my favorite. It is a 4.25 millimeter. It makes a very nice stitch and it has a really nice hook. But there's different kinds of hooks that you can use, whatever works best for you. You are also going to need scissors for cutting, tying off, also changing colors if you would like to. These are my favorite. They're very sharp and little. Usually they're used for embroidery and sewing. It gives you a more clean cut, allowing the string not to fray. But you can also use the kitchen scissors. Also, believe it or not, you're going to need a knitting needle for this. And I'm not talking this kind of knitting needles. You're going to need a 15 millimeter. Now, it may seem strange and you may ask, where can I find the size on this? Right here. At the end, it'll say how big the needle is. So if you go to the store, look for it, you're going to need to look at the bottom. You're also not going to want to use these. These are for hats and blankets. It makes it into a circular motion, sometimes making hats and blankets easier to make. So again, you're going to want the 15 millimeter. You can find it right on the tip, right there. So to begin, you are going to need to make a chain. To do that, you are going to tie a loop around the crochet needle and tying a knot. Now, not too tight because you have to pull yarn through that knot to make the chain. So after you make that, you're going to loop around and pull through. It'll make a little, what seems like a knot or just a slip tie. You're going to want to use that. You're going to make another one. Oops. Sorry. You are going to make another one like that. And keep going for however long you want. Personally, for this stitch, you are going to want to do it in increments of 5 because when you pick up stitches, you need 5 for this one. Or however many you want in one increment. I personally like 5. I think it's a nice size. So, the chain was going to take a while, so I did this. Once you are done with the chain, you are going to stick your needle through one of the holes and pull the yarn up. So you're going to look like you're going to make another loop, except you're going to put it on the broomstick. And as you go down your chain, you are going to continue to do that. See? There's my chain, and there's the yarn loops that I put up. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. You are going to take the crochet needle, count out 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I personally think it's easier to take this first stitch and keep it on the needle. So you're going to pull the chain down a bit so that you can get your crochet needle through the bottom. Count out, make sure you still have 5 on your crochet needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. You are going to take the yarn, pull it up and around the crochet needle, pull it through, so you can see where I did that, and make another loop around this and pull it through. Now, it looks like you're going to have another chain, that you're going to start another chain, but what you're going to do is take that, what you just tied, so it should look like a little teepee. What you're going to do is take your needle through that hole, tie it again like you're going to do a chain. Now you should have 2 loops on your crochet needle, and one should be tied through the little teepee. And then you're going to loop around again and pull that last loop that you did through the first 2. Now, your teepee should be starting to turn sideways. You can see as they crisscross. So right now, you have 2 loops on the top. 1 and 2. You are going to make it to 5 since you took 5 stitches off the needle. So that is 2. This is 3. This is 4. And this is number 5. And then your loop should eventually look like this stitch when it's done. And then once you are done with that, you're going to move on to the next 5 on the broomstick, which you're going to again count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see how I have that crochet needle hooked into these loops, making sure that I have 5? And then you are going to do the same thing all the way down. And once you get to that bottom, all the way down here, I'm going to cheat a bit just so we can save you guys some time. You're going to take this loop that you have on your crochet needle, put it back like we did with the chain. And the top is going to make the same little arrows that you saw on the chain. So you're going to stick through each one, pull the loop through, and put it back on. And you're going to do that all the way down, and then you're going to start making these again. Now, it may seem complicated. I learned how to do this with a YouTube video. And then I eventually made a blanket for my sister. So this will be your end result when see the intricacy in this. It can be complicated, but if you put enough work in and if you stick it through, it should work. So if you have any questions, just put in a comment below and I will tell you all about it. Thanks for watching. Bye.